Well, NYX just made me spend $136.50 plus tax on new liquid eyeshadows. These are the brand new NYX Ultimate Glow Shots liquid eyeshadows. I was in Ulta, there is 13 shades and they looked beautiful. I was thoroughly debating like which ones to buy and I kept picking up one and another and another and another. So I was like, you know what? Let me buy all 13 so I can try all 13 of them and you don't have to. Am I gonna try all 13 on my eye? Yes. Am I gonna partner it with 13 eyeshadow looks? Yes, because I'm a psychopath. I'm only gonna do it on one eye because I don't hate myself. But without any further ado, let's get into this and see if these new liquid eyeshadows are worth the money. Alright guys, so judging these liquid eyeshadows, I personally like a liquid eyeshadow that is a little bit more opaque. I want glitter, I want punch. If you don't, that's totally fine, which is kind of why I wanted to do it this way, because I swatched all of them on my arm, and as you can see here, some of them are giving me full coverage glitter vibes, some of them are giving me topper vibes, so I kind of wanted to see what was the deal with each one, so not only for my preferences, but yours, you know which ones are worth it for you and vibe with what you're looking for. So I'm gonna throw on a super quick base just so we can get started. And to do my eyeshadow today, I just received this palette from You Can Be Beauty, I believe. It's called Pretty All Set, and it is like a massive, huge neutral warms, glitter fun things, face shades, and rainbows, just because I feel like this will be the most all-encompassing to satisfy all of these shades. So like I said, I'm gonna throw on a quick base and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We have a little bit of a beat on to kind of go with everything. I tried to do as much of a nude lip as possible to go with 13 different eyeshadow looks, but we'll see how it goes. So we are starting with the first shade. This is the green in the collection and it is Kiwi Killa. So we're gonna go in with a really beautiful kind of mossy green to start, all in the crease. Okay, we have that green on. Now let's go in with our liquid shadow. I really love in a liquid shadow too when it's opaque enough to kind of carve out the crease with nothing but the liquid shadow. So we'll see if this can do that. Okay, this one's definitely a little bit thinner, like it gave me a good carve because that's where a buildup of the product was, but right in the center, I still need a little bit more. So let me let this actually dry down a bit. Wow, it built up beautifully. It didn't take off any of the existing kind of first layer, which can happen with liquid eyeshadows. This is really pretty, especially for just 2 coats. So here we have it. Kiwi Killa. Okay, next up we have the shade Come Through Coconut. It's like a really beautiful iridescent silver. And I know some of you are gonna ask, the shade I did with the first one is right here, this mossy. And I think with this one, I'm gonna go with this kind of teal. I feel like there's a little bit of a blue shift in this one that it will complement. Shout out also to my Sigma switch that without this video would not be possible. I don't know what witchcraft is in this Sigma switch, but literally you can just run a brush back and forth and it takes all of the color out of it if you want to keep using the same brush, because obviously I'm not gonna I don't have 13 clean eyeshadow brushes. Okay, I threw that teal on and a little bit of a darker blue in the outer corner. Let's go in with Come Through Coconut. Wow, that is stunning. It's slightly more opaque than the green, which I like. I still am gonna do one more coat right on the center there. Okay, and there we have Come Through Coconut. This is beautiful. And up close, it's not doing it justice. This is really glittery, which you might have been able to tell from the arm swatch. Okay, next up we have the shade Blueberry Baller. Look at this, guys. This is stunning. I went in with the same really light Robin's Egg blue, and then instead of the darker blue here, I actually went in with more of a periwinkle. I just really want this blue to be the star of the show, and I didn't want like a navy with it. So let's go ahead and throw this on. Oh, this is stunning too. So this was a little bit more similar to the green, but I will say, I don't know why, I feel like these are swatching better on the eye than they did the arm for some reason, which is really odd. Like they were more patchy, some of these on the arm than they are the eye. Maybe because there's like a base, a primer, I have concealer and a translucent powder, so it's just adhering a little bit better than mixing with maybe the natural oils on my skin. Wow, I mean, look at her. That is gorgeous. So this is Blueberry Baller. Okay, next up we have the shade Grapefruit Glow. It is this beautiful peachy pink. I'm really hoping the next couple I can get away with the same eyeshadow look because things are actively getting crazy. I'm wiping off makeup wiping eyeshadow looks. We're doing 13 looks, so I don't expect it to not be crazy. But now we're gonna go in with neutrals and we're gonna mix these two shades right here. They're just nice peachy neutrals. Okay, so I threw those two in my transition and then I popped this darker, a little bit warmer shade in the outer corner just to deepen things up. But let's pop on the liquid shadow. Oh, do you guys see what I'm saying about putting it on the eye? It's going on so much more opaque than it was when I was swatching it on my arm. Alrighty, there we have Grapefruit Glow. I think this is the first one I'm not in love with. I think this one is definitely a little bit more of a, like, shine rather than a shimmer, and I tend to like shimmer a little bit better, but you can't argue with it. It is gorgeous. Like, if you like that, look at it. Okay, next up we have the shade Golden Goji. Someone's gonna read me for saying this wrong. And it is a gorgeous kind of champagne-y gold. I tried to save the same transition color and I threw a little bit of a darker brown in the outer corner. Let's go ahead and swatch this. Okay, this is definitely the same as the other one. It's more of a shine rather than a glitter, but it is really pretty. All right, guys, that is that on. Wow, it is just as pretty as the one before. Like I said, it's not my personal taste. Like when it's on, I would think maybe it is my taste. Look at it. Like, I don't know. I feel like I always with glitter shadows, it's either that it's like super high impact shimmer or it's like not there and patchy at all. But I will say with these ones, even though it's more of a shine rather than a glitter, like this one and the one before, it's beautiful. So for a more natural kind of look that you don't want that glitter, I give these a lot of credit. So here we have Golden Goji. Okay, next up is Mango Moment. It is a beautiful gold, and we have the exact same transition and eyeshadow combination. Okay, that is Mango Moment swatched. This one is the exact same as the other two. Definitely more of a sheen rather than a glitter. But this is really pretty too. Wow. One more time, we have Mango Moment. All right, next up we have Twisted Tangerine, which is exactly what it says. It is like a gorgeous golden tangerine. And for the eyeshadow look, I actually went in with something a little bit more orange. We went in with this orange here, and then I deepened things up with this one right here. Okay, this is like the other ones that is a little bit more sheer, so I actually think this one needs to dry down a little bit more. Okay, this is Twisted Tangerine on. I would say this is probably the most like sheer out of all of them. Like, it's a little bit patchy. To be honest, I feel like I would even have to go in with a third coat of this one. But it looks really pretty, but it definitely is a little bit more patchy. I would let this dry and even go in with a third coat. And this is definitely more of a sheen rather than a shimmer, but still very pretty. Once again, this is Twisted Tangerine. Okay, next up we have Clementine Fine. This is a gorgeous, almost deep golden orange. So for this eyeshadow look, I went in with a much darker orange to really like kind of hold its own with this shimmer. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, this is definitely more of a full coverage one, but I'm gonna do a second coat just to punch it up. Wow, this is stunning. Look at this one. This one for being more also of a satin. It's not that shimmery, but this is stunning. Look at this, wow. So one more time, this is Clementine Fine. Okay, next up we have Wow Cacao. This is like a true gold, like a deep, rich gold. I kept the same transition color, but I deepened things up with a chocolate brown and ran it through the crease to deepen it up because this seems like a deeper gold. Wow, look at that. Blinding. This is blinding. This is one of my favorites. I have to say too, I love the applicator on this. I don't think I've shown you, but this is what the applicator looks like. And it really beautifully like carves out the lid when you go to put this on. It's really easy to apply. This color, this is one of my favorites. Once again, this is Wow Cacao. All right, next up we have High Key Lychee. This is more of like a, I can't even describe it, almost like a champagne-y yellow. I kept the same eyeshadows on for this one because my eye is starting to feel raw from rubbing all these off. So let's go in with this one. Okay, this one is definitely more sheer. This one is similar to the other one that I feel like I would need to let this dry and almost go in with a third coat. And I will say, even though this is a champagne, there's almost like a bluish, purpley sheen to this one. So I think this one would be prettier with like a blue or a purple eyeshadow look. This one is probably like in my bottom two. Once again, High Key Lychee. Alrighty, next up we have Plum Player, which is a gorgeous purple pink. And for this eyeshadow look, I went in with this plummy color in the crease. And then I dipped into one of these bright pinks just to kind of blow it out a little bit more and add a little bit more pink. Wow, this is really pretty. This is definitely gonna be a two-coater. That doesn't surprise me though, because most purples are hard to do, so this is looking stunning already. Okay, that is two coats of Plum Player. Wow, this one is really pretty. This is in my like tops because it is in person. It is really glittery. It looks gorgeous. Once again, we have Plum Player. Next up, we have Raspberry Rave, which is literally what it sounds like, a gorgeous raspberry red. For this one, I kept most everything the same, but I threw in more of a red color in the outer corner and through the crease just to match the red of this shadow. Okay, very pretty so far. This is one coat. This is probably like the streakiest out of all of them, which is kind of disappointing. Maybe it's harder because it's red, but there's like blatantly areas that this is not adhering to the eye. So I really want to let this coat dry down. Okay, so I actually let this dry down again. I did a third coat of this one and it's still not just opaque. There's still streaky areas. So I would say you need to put a shadow underneath this to like get opacity or it's going to show your eyelid through it. So this is probably my least favorite one as far as quality and like opacity goes. But I mean, it looks gorgeous. As you can see, I have just used better red liquid eyeshadows. Once again, this is Raspberry Rave. Alright guys, last but not least, we have arrived at number 13. My eye is on fire. This is the shade Lemon Slay. It is a beautiful yellow. Since this is the last one, I can finally do the eyeshadow look on both eyes. Let's hope this one's a keeper. And what I did with this eyeshadow look, I went in with this yellow shade in the crease. And then I deepened things up with this orange in the outer corner, as well as bringing it into the crease. And then I did the same thing. I just brought the yellow and this orange on my lower lash line. So let's go ahead and put this final liquid shadow on the eyes. Here we go guys, the 13th and final shadow all over the lids, Lemon Slade. This one is one of my favorites. This was like a 2-coater, one and done, and it is so beautiful and shimmery, not patchy at all. This is definitely one of my favorites. One last time, Lemon Slade. Alright guys, that is all 13 of the brand new NYX Ultimate Glow Shot Liquid Eyeshadow swatched. I honestly was thinking about doing a recap of my favorites and my not favorites, but I swatched so many of them I can't even remember which was which. So I hope I gave you enough detail as we were going through. But overall guys, for $10.50 each, there is so many in this collection that are to die for, let alone the colors. These are so unique. I just think there is rarely a company that comes out with this many fun shades in liquid eyeshadows, and like I said, so many of them were so gorgeous. So if any of these caught your eye in the video, I highly recommend you run out and get them. I feel like these are going to be pretty popular, so they might sell quick. My eyes hate me for doing this, but I wanted to show you all 13 on the eye because it makes such a difference, as well as putting together these looks so you guys know what to pair these shadows with. I really hope this was helpful for you. But that is it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the little notification bell next to the subscription button, and you'll be notified every single time I post. I upload every single day. You do not want to miss a video. Wherever you guys are, I hope you are happy, safe, and healthy, and I will see you in the next video.